Hello my loves, welcome to my channel, Taylor Fitness, Ash on the mat. I am Ash Taylor and today I have an abs workout for you. Pilates-based, but we'll do a few different exercises in here as well. So we're going to start out sitting today. We want the feet quite narrow, we're sitting as tall as possible, lengthening through the crown of the head with that nice tall spine. And then we're just going to take a little lean back here. Right away we're drawing the abdominals up and in. And then we're going to start out with this little knee lift. So as we lift the knees, we're drawing the chest towards the thighs, kind of meeting in the middle. We want to keep bellies pulled in throughout, navel to the spine, and then try and bring the foot to knee level each time you come up. We're leaning back each time as well. I'm going to do another 8 of these. 7. Make sure you're breathing throughout. Just for another 4, 3, 2, and a 1. And then from here, we're coming down onto our backs. So let's bring fingertips to ears, elbows nice and wide, feet grounded, abdominals still engaged, and then we're going to lift off the mat and lift a knee. So with a twist with this one, a little oblique crunch, we try not to tuck the chin in towards the chest. We're stabilizing around the hips and the pelvis, elbows staying nice and wide. And then let's add some breath to this. Exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower. With Pilates breath, we breathe out through the mouth, out through the lips, in through the nose, just making sure we're not pulling on the head to make that lift happen. And then let's do just another 4 of that one. Exhale, twist, inhale down for 3, and 2, and one more time. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands down to our sides and lift the legs. So let's bring the knees up above the hip bones here. Now we're just alternating legs with a little tap down to the floor and drawing that back up from there. We tap down and lift. So this movement is a hinge of the hip. There's nothing really going on around the knees. We avoid doing this. Show you on the other leg a little bit easier. We avoid doing that movement, keeping the knee in a fixed position to really move from the center of the body. We can push the lower back down into the floor, keeping the feet relaxed, keeping the thighs nice and soft. And then if we inhale down, exhale to return. Relaxing all those little muscles around the face, around the head, the brows. Release any tension that you can from your face. And let's do just one more on each leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one there. And now we're going to bring the feet and the knees together. So with a reverse curl, we draw the knees over the chest and roll back out from there. We're going to keep squeezing the knees together. And then really with this one, you want to slow down that roll out, using the abdominals to control the roll out and avoiding getting any momentum from the legs. Right up and slowing down the roll out. Let's do 4. Keep breathing. 3. Lower abdominals working. 2. And one more time with that one. Great, we'll bring that back from there. Okay, we can give the legs a little shake off. Bring ourselves back up to sitting from here. And then leaning back this time, we're going to bring the hands across the shoulders. So we're going to lift the knees again, but we'll twist with it this time. So if you bring your elbow to the outside of the knee, and just like we did before, we're bringing the foot level with the knee. Whew. Kind of looking towards that back shoulder, just makes the twist a little bit bigger. Abdominals pulling right up and in, scooping those abdominals up and in. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and last one there. And then we'll bring this all the way back down to our backs again. So this time with the oblique crunch, we're going to add in the bicycle, we're going to add the legs to it. Let's lift the knees above the hip bones, bring the head and the shoulder blades off the mat, a little space between chin and chest. We're going to twist as we lower a leg and bring that back to center. Twist and center. The foot doesn't have to go quite as low as mine's going. If that's a little bit too much, you can return to the version that we did before, which was feet on the floor, lifting a knee to twist towards the leg. Both versions we stabilize around the pelvis. So just a few more here. Exhale into twist, inhale into center. Exhale, twist, inhale, center. Elbows up and wide. Ooh, just for a final 4 of those. 3, 2, and one more time with that one. Great, and then we'll bring the feet and the knees together. So last time we did single legs. If that felt enough for you, you can do that again. Otherwise, let's try both legs together, squeezing knees together, squeezing ankles together, hinging at the hips, just like we would do with the single leg version. And we can push down through that lower back as well. Breathing in as the feet come down. Breathing out as we return. Inhale down. Exhale to return that. We're in no rush with this one. The slower we go, the heavier it should feel through the abdominals. Let's do 3 and 2. One more time with that one, taking that down and bringing that back up. Okay, again, give the legs a little shake off. Let's bring the feet back down to the floor. We're going to lift the head and the shoulders from here. Shoulder blades off the mat, chin off chest again, like you've got a little tennis ball between chin and chest. Okay, let's tap the heels this time, working a little bit more into the waist. Now with this one, try not to move the lower body. Stabilize around the hips and pelvis again, push into your feet, just watch out for movement around the bottom, no lifting in the bottom, and no knocking of the knees either. Like stay stable, reach for those heels. Breathe steady breaths. It is a little bit awkward for breathing. Just make sure you're not holding your breath with these. We're going to do a final 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lovely. Let's bring the head back down to the floor from there. Okay, lifting the legs once again. Let's bring both legs up. And then this time we're going to circle. So we take the hands a little bit wider for stability. We're circling one direction. Coming back up and around and then switching directions there. We do want to feel as if that circle is coming from the center of the body. So in other words, avoid movement around the legs again. Try not to do this kind of action while we're just moving around the knees. Slower the better. Again, that will feel a bit heavier through the abdominals. And then just to get into a rhythm with the breath, inhale half. Exhale half, inhale half, exhale half. Let's do 4 more of this one, maybe a little bit bigger if you can, a little bit of extra challenge. 3 and 2. And one more time with that one, inhale half, exhale for half. Okay, again, the feet come back down to the floor from there. We are going to lift the head and the shoulder blades off the mat again. Same little gap between chin and chest. And we just pulse this time. Reaching towards the knees. Really, we're just trying to get the chest a little bit closer towards the thighs. Making sure the head doesn't tilt back here. Looking over the knees rather than at the ceiling. Steady breathing, just for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll bring the head all the way back down to the floor from there. Okay, let's straighten the legs out from here. We're going to take the arms over as well. Just watch out for that big arching in the back. We do try and avoid that. Keeping a neutral spine, a little curve in that lumbar spine area. Okay, so the arms start overhead. We do a lift, just a little lift here. So we're barely off the mat. We're holding 3, 2, 1. And then without releasing the abs, let's return that back down to the mat. And switching legs coming up. Chin off chest, holding 3, 2, 1. Slowly returning, abs stay engaged. Let's do 4, lift and hold. For 3, 2, 1, and slowly lowering back down for 3, coming up. Shoulder blades off, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Last couple here. Lift and hold, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, one more time with that one. Coming up. Holding 3, 2, 1, and we lower that all the way back down to the mat. Let's bring our hands back down to our sides. We're going to lift the legs from here. Once again, both legs lifted, squeezing legs together, and then we're going to come down with both feet. Now you might get to hear that be enough. If you can come lower, great. Let's lift the head and the shoulders as well, holding 3. Don't forget to breathe. 2, 1. We slowly bring the feet back up, letting the head rest back. Stomach muscles still engaged. Let's try that again. Feet coming down, squeezing legs together, lifting head and shoulder blades, reaching to fingertips. Breathe in here. 3, 2, 1, and slowly we come up with heavy legs. Let's do just 2 more of that one. Coming down, head and shoulders off. Good gap between chin and chest. Breathe in for 3, 2, 1, and we squeeze tighter into the abdominals to draw up. Whew, just one more time, take that down and hold steady, head off the floor, shoulder blades 2, we hold 3, 2, 1, and slowly drawing that back up from there. Rest the head back, bring the feet down, slide the feet away from you, and extend the arms up and over, even letting the ribs lift, letting the belly release here. Can give the fingers a little wiggle, can give the toes a little wiggle. Whew, just breathe. We're going to come onto our fronts for a moment, so you can either rock up to sitting or just take a roll over the shoulder, just to release the stomach muscles, get a bit of stretch. Let's come all the way down to bellies. And then we can either be on the forearms, elbows might need to come a little bit further forwards, especially if it feels kind of pinchy in the lower back area. We do want to avoid that. If this isn't giving you enough stretch down the front of your torso, elevate the elbows, push down through the shoulders, big press into the palms. That should feel really nice, stretching out the front of the torso. Can even give the chin a little lift as well. And just in case you felt a bit of neck strain with any of the exercises today, we'll take a look over one shoulder, just to get that neck stretch. Chin a bit higher than the shoulder, ideally. And then we'll go the other side as well. Taking a breath or 2. Bit of softness in the elbows as well. And we'll bring that all the way back to center. Coming all the way back down to the mat and just pushing off the mat from there. We sit back onto heels into child's pose, just to release the spine after being laid on our fronts. Take a breath here as well. And then come and join me sitting for a moment. Sitting with the legs crossed or with the legs out in front, either or. And as always, we're just going to finish with 3 deep breaths. Let's bring the palms to face the ceiling. Take an inhale as we raise the arms. And the exhale to release that down for 2. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to release. One more time. Breathing in. And breathing out to release. And that was our abs blast for today. I hope you enjoyed that. You can, of course, repeat that workout for a few more rounds if you feel like you're up to the challenge. And do let me know if you've got any comments or queries or suggestions for other videos. If you could follow, like, subscribe, that'd be really, really helpful. I am trying to grow this channel. Thank you very much and have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.